it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Toronto Huskies. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Toronto. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if your team has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll set up to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd and 11. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. This seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Second and 6. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. An update from around the league as our first one comes from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. First and 10, Taylor now. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead, it works opposite.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Devin Lloyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jaguars nothing.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll set up a throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Trey Nixon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. He'll get this one to Pittman. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson. And the Jaguars are going to get it back here just past the 35. He just joined the double-digit party with that last pick. He now has 10 on the season.
And that takes a great amount of skill, study, a tad bit of luck. But bottom line, he's had a heck of a season.
To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. throw is going to be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
The offense on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
10 cycles.
On play action, they'll throw. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He'll take it at the 42. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They are in the 2nd quarter down in Miami, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Here we go, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shot, 17. Ready.
A give for Taylor running right side. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor standing alone with a new NFL record, 32nd touchdown. And the Huskies have taken the lead. And always always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Fielded incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throwing coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's going the other way. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
52.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete.
He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And some room to run now. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Another toe-free TM.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And quickly out wide, this is Watson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Second and 11. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them, because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes. And while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They're going to look to throw.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see a franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've talked about interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's wrapped up. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Trey Nixon.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll look to throw here.
He'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. The try here for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. But looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Bobby Okereke picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot him.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
On 1st down, right back to ETN.
And some space here. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. 244 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, 28 yards. And the Huskies answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Bruce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, ETN once more.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
2nd and 2.
He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a first down, but the tackle comes in bounds. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first throw here in overtime. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, and that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
ETN up the middle. Down to about the 22 here. 165 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Finds his receiver, Watson. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this will be scooped up by the defense. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring, and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's